Dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria. Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig
it? What's up, you dinosaur-loving freakazoids, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have a very awesome and interesting creature feature flick lined up. It is William Stromberg's 1977, wow, it's a crazy flick. It is the Crater Lake Monster, and this one's all kind of fun, and just love the dinosaur antics in this one. So let's jump right in. Here is the Crater Lake Monster. The Crater Lake Monster is a wild and adventurous late 70s creature feature flick, with a fun premise, a savage prehistoric antagonist, and an impressive array of stop-motion animation that brings this ferocious film to stark life. Lost in 70s style and performed by a gaggle of interesting characters and era stereotypes, this crazy production does a wonderful job in building up the danger of the magnificent monster, while still maintaining a sense of awe and wonder amidst its sometimes silly presentation and B-movie premise. Primal and altogether fun, the Crater Lake Monster is a glorious gem of ridiculous 70s cinema, and it's one hell of a fun time at the movies. The film follows the events that occur after a meteor crashes to Earth, landing in Oregon's Crater Lake, awakening a larger-than-life plesiosaur from the bottom of the lake. Taking it upon themselves to keep the town safe, a sheriff named Steve Hansen and a team of scientists led by local physician Richard Calkins attempt to wrangle the prehistoric beast as the monster goes on a killing spree throughout the region, reclaiming its place upon the top of the food chain. Can Sheriff Hansen and crew figure out a way to subdue this great beast? Or will they have to make this out-of-time dinosaur completely and utterly extinct? With personality and character aplenty, the cast of the Crater Lake Monster is a peculiar one to say the least, from slapstick side characters to narcoleptic-like doctors and everything in between. The performers are all over the place within this production, matching the off-kilter tone of the picture to absolute perfection and making for an unusual experience that completely entertains. Though loopy as all hell and tremendously varying from actor to actor, the picture benefits from their contrasting personalities and battling performances. The determined heroes and Nessie wranglers of this peculiar prehistoric picture are Richard Cardella as Steve Hansen, the mustachioed man of the law and overall cool dude sheriff, Bob Hyman as Richard Doc Calkins, the void of personality physician and tree-hugging animal lover, Richard Garrison and Casey Cobb as Dan Turner and Susan Peterson, a pair of paleontologists who want to capture the problematic plesiosaur by any means necessary. And finally, Mark Siegel and Glenn Roberts as Mitch Kowalski and Arnie Chabot, two bumbling bumpkins who want to profit from capturing the monstrous beast. Over the top in some instances and deadly subdued in others, the performers on display are as diverse as the film's tone, blending comedy, action, adventure, and horror into a crazy concoction that completely and utterly entertains. With its wild premise and pandemonium primed setup, the Crater Lake Monster is a grand representation of a 70s horror creature feature. Though it does show the creature rather abruptly in the early portions of the flick, the film still manages to make it an elusive presence, as it shows random attacks in sparse moments throughout the runtime of the film. Random and mostly out of the eye of our main players, the film eventually bridges the gap between our heroes and the creature, resulting in a series of fun encounters that allow the stop-motion special effects work to really shine and take center stage. The design work of the plesiosaur and the inventive ways in which he attacks its various victims is well shot and surprisingly dramatic, giving this run-of-the-mill creature feature an added dose of class and style that rises the production above the normal 70s monster fare. It's a fun film to see play out, and the injected personalities of the characters involved helps to mix things up a bit, leaning heavily in a Grindhouse-era style of presentation. If you love giant monster films and dinosaurs in general, then you should really enjoy this odd little 70s production. It might not be the best creature feature flick to come out of the era, but it does have a lot of heart to it, and the special effects work is truly a genuine treat to see run amok across the screen. In the end, the Crater Lake monster is unabashed, prehistoric fun. And there you have it, you plesiosaurus pleasers. That is the fun, entertaining, and just fantastic flick that is the Crater Lake monster. Just all kinds of fun, like I've mentioned a bunch of times. Really is a unique 70s creature feature flick with some great special effects and just an oddball set of characters that I absolutely love. But guys, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below because I always love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care.